Right, people, good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, wherever you are around the world, yeah? This is your guy, your host, DLG Reppin. It's just another beautiful day, and I've been lucky and really lucky to find the shade in the right place to do this video recording. And it's another day that we talk about football, of course, and that's what I'm here to do. So let me just start off with a message from Kick It Out chairman Sanjay Bandari, if I pronounce his name right. Otherwise, I apologise if I butchered your name up. Anyway, you said that it's right. You said it's right for players to feel free, or maybe you're aiming it at not just football players, but sports athlete to feel free to kneel down in a tribute and a respectful manner to George Floyd, and I feel that's the right thing to do. I mean, me personally, if I get a moment to do so, I will kneel down and pay my respect to George Floyd, who was killed unlawfully and manslaughteredly by a police officer in the name of Mr. Hawkins or whatever his surname is. Yeah, the man's vile and scum, and he'll go down for what he did. And yesterday, Liverpool players showed their respect by kneeling down on the centre circle marking area, and I feel that any sporting athlete, yeah, who wants to do that, yeah. I feel like Mr. Bandry is right. We should, not just sporting athletes, but we as humans, and especially as adults who obviously know better, we should just take the moment and kneel down for George Floyd, who was killed. You know the story about why he was pinned on the floor for allegedly committing forgery when he never did. So, yeah, Kick It Out chairman Mr. Sanjay Bandry has said that it's right to feel free to protest over the death of George Floyd by taking a knee. Yeah, he's not wrong there. I mean, the protest is going on around America. It's barbaric and carnage, and for me, when you get violence involved and looting around society of America, that is wrong. And I think Mr. George Floyd's brother or father has said that we should unity needs to be implemented properly, and a nation should come together and just unite with peaceful protests, end the violence. And I couldn't agree with him more there, because it makes no sense looting, and makes no sense just looting and killing police officers and doing all sorts of nonsense. It's just stupidness. I mean, if you want to protest it peacefully, then do it peacefully. No need for the violence, no need for the gunshots, no need for the ignorance, really, and that's what it is. Other than that, like I say, let's allow George Floyd to rest in peace. Moving on to other news, and keeping it on football, former Spurs, Marseille and England international Chris Waddle has says every time he watches the highlights of the World Cup semi-final with West Germany in 1990, which is 30 years ago, he can't bear to watch it through, so he takes a walk in his back garden. I mean, well, if I was him and I decided to take the penalty instead of Paul Gascoigne, I would want to not watch it again. And he states that it was Paul Gascoigne who should have taken the penalty instead of him. Now, that's news to me. But for the record, he took the penalty and he missed, and he went in with too much power and accuracy, and he just didn't. I don't know if he didn't just catch it right, but on the day, at least he volunteered to take a penalty where others were afraid. And the reason why he went up instead of Paul Gascoigne in his statement, or should I say in his story, it was due to the fact that Paul Gascoigne wasn't in the right state of mind. And obviously, for emotional reasons, he wasn't. Because, as I said yesterday, Paul Gascoigne felt that he let his country down, the fans down, his teammates and the management down. And I suppose Waddle had to go up instead of him. Right, I'm going to read a bit of what Waddle'S said here in the newspapers, so just bear with me, yeah? Put the light on properly. Oops, there we go. And there we go again. Let me just put this in my pocket for the time being. I'll get it back out. Right, where are we? Highlighted it. I'm going to read where I've highlighted. Or I might read where I haven't highlighted it. Just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world. I was not one of the penalty takers. I had never taken a penalty in my life, but Gaza was in no fit state to take one penalty. No fit state to take one. And Bobby Robson asked if anyone fancied it. I looked around and no one put their hand up. I was feeling confident. I really enjoyed the game. I hit the post. My confidence was high. I thought to myself, go on then. Yeah, I can do it. So I put my hand up. Of course, looking back, I wish Gaza had taken it. So, yeah. Just going back to what I've spoken about earlier. He's saying that Gaza should have been the one to take the penalty. Not Chris Waddle himself. So, it's all about the maybes, ifs, buts in life. But the reality is, yeah, you make a decision, yeah. You make a decision. You got to make sure it's for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. But you know what? In life, we learn from our mistakes. Because if we don't learn from our mistakes, then you become more stupid than wiser. Anyway, reading on. How many of Gareth's team would have got into our team? Not sure any, maybe, mate. Not sure any, sorry. Let me read that again. How many of Gareth's team would have got into our team? Not sure any. Maybe Harry Kane, depending on the system. But if they played 4-3-3, would you take Kane above Lineker? I mean, that's an interesting one. In Harry Kane instead of Lineker in the 1990 England team that faced West Germany. Harry Kane at his best instead of Gary Lineker. I mean, if you want to drop that, opinion, yeah, then drop it in the comment section below. And yeah, remember to smash the thumbs up like button more than a down. And yeah, do subscribe to my channel, left, right, and centre galore, and smash the subscribe button for me passionately. Right, I just thought I'll get that one out there. Right, reading on. I dreaded playing for England in a 4-4-2 formation. I didn't play that way with Tottenham or Marseille, only when I joined up with England. During the World Cup, we started with the traditional 4-4-2, but I was very pleased Bobby Robson changed it. Whether it was the coach Don Howe, the England manager, or the players who persuaded him, but we changed for the better. I made it perfectly clear I was sick of playing 4-4-2. It was a step in the right direction and showed how football could change for the better in our country. Well, it's the key things, you know. Yeah, he was talking about the dreaded 4-4-2, and he never used to play in the 4-4-2 when he was at Marseille or Tottenham. So, basically, since the last 30 years, only a minority of a team, only a small minority of teams played in the 4-4-2. In the 4-3-3 formation. But most teams in the 90s used to play in the 4-4-2, and players were used to playing in the 4-4-2. But now football has changed for the better, as he was reading on. Football, yeah, players play in the 4-4-2. Hey, listen, I'm busy, yeah? Yeah, I'll catch you in a bit. Nice one. So, yeah. Sorry about that, that was my red drink. So, yeah, Chris Waddle stressed how he hated or how he didn't like playing in the 4-4-2. I mean, yeah, if you've got anything to say on this story from Chris Waddle's side of the story, then yeah, drop it in the comment below. Like the channel and let's hit the thumbs down, and you know what you have to do with the subscribe button. I don't need to stress it. So it's all good. Otherwise, let's move on to other news, and that's Jurgen Klopp saying that he misses football, and he says in his statement that I think he's glad that to be back in football, and how much he misses it. I've read it from the BBC Interactive, so I can't really talk about what I've read as such, but I think with most fans will echo that, how much they've missed football. And even if you ask the board of directors, to the club owner himself, or maybe herself, depending on the Newcastle takeover, yeah, they miss some football. So Jurgen Klopp, we're all waiting for that day in the next 15 days to come. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. So if you've got anything to talk about, yeah, please do drop your comments in the comment section below. Like the channel with many thumbs up, less than the thumbs down, and if you've got any, yeah, if you want to, yeah, please do subscribe to my channel, yeah. Like I said yesterday, 35 subscribers, another 965 subscribers, and I'll be on my way to doing big things with my channel. And at some point I want to edit my channel, yeah, and boost it up a bit, yeah, make it look more presentable for you viewers at home. And speaking of which, while you're at home, yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for listening, and tell you how much I appreciate the support and love, yeah, out of your own time, or out of your own spare time, depending if you're at work. So yet again, this is your guy, your host, DLG Reppin, and I'm going to say peace, love and bless, yeah. Thank you for tuning in. I'm out of here, yeah. Speak to you later.